Welcome to Degenerate Nation Podcast, episode 376, with Patrice has returned.
Patrice, return of Patrice, return of Patrice, return of Patrice, return of Patrice.
How's it going?
It's going. How you doing?
Good, man. Just rocking.
Letting it all hang out for 376.
Yeah, 376, shake your bits.
Shake your bits, show me your tits.
Yeah.
Let me diddle your little kids' curly twists.
What the fuck?
That was weird.
No editing. We'll come back. So
No editing.
we had a Facebook comment that was like, so how come Patrice wasn't doing one of the episodes of the advertisement? I was like, now I know what to say back to him.
Alright, so yeah. He said because Patrice dropped slurs and non-PC verbiage.
Less than 30 seconds in, you're rhyming about diddling with, and then you're like, you try to get out of it with curls, and like, that's getting further in.
I said curly bits.
Curly bits or something? Yeah, well, you know, but we power through.
It's like pubes.
We give you your forum.
Yeah, man. I let this be my soapbox, man. Let me just talk about diddling.
Yeah, what else is going on besides diddling there?
Not much. You know, my still missing a tooth, so yeah, it's just something. It's really hard to take that on every day because I walk down the streets of our little town.
Yeah.
And I see people. I see the way they look at me. And they say, that boy ain't right. He don't have a tooth. And I think he's diddling kids.
No, man, you need a full smile to be able to access that. Or, I don't know, work with them and still make rhymes about it.
Dude, kids love damaged goods, man.
No, they don't. Damaged goods love kids in a certain way.
Well, yeah, man, but it's like a symbiotic relationship.
No, it's not symbiotic.
Segueing to new topic.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
I'm going to use this ad money to give you therapy.
Hey, man, I'm actually on. I had a talk with my family today about seeing someone in therapy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Just, I think it's been a while since I put myself out there, and I might make a couple appointments and just see who's right for me. And, you know, I'm not saying it's a marriage, but, yeah, well, we can find what works.
Well, what do you think's going to work? Like, what type of relationship are you looking for with a therapist?
Like a dominatrix kind of thing.
Walk on your balls or an enabler?
More, well, enabling, like, you gotta drop it in there, like, strategically.
Well, you got enough enablers, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Who do you think my enablers are?
Me, you're being able to live somewhere is, you know, that's not a landlord is enabled. So that's 3. That's enough.
Yeah, I don't need any more.
No. So you don't need a hard ass though. You need to be like, you know, a spirit guide, if you will. Are you leaning man, woman, or don't care?
To be honest, dude, I'm probably leaning woman.
It works for me.
I think it would work for me too, and I could. There's a couple of my close friends that I could probably like share stuff that I would actually talk with. You being one of them.
Yeah.
And there's probably like 2 other people. Not really. I don't really want to share my problems and shit with other men. I'm good.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because I'm scared of men. I think I'm secretly homosexual, and it's like a envy thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a friend that's gay, and he's very like conflicted about it. He's like, I don't know if I like gay stuff or gay people or something. Not like gay people, but like gay things, like gay culture or gay being gay. I was like, well, that sucks. I was like, what do you want me to say? That's tough, man. I mean,
that's the wrong group.
Yeah, you picked. I mean, his soul and his heart and his brain, not less so, picked it. But like, it's just that's tough, and like you got to go through acceptance therapy route, not like conversion therapy. It's like, first off, I got to accept this part of me. I mean, it's just, but it's like this is the sex and love part of me, but it's the rest of it's like he doesn't personally subscribe to like grievances and like things like that about see himself like one of his primary identities is not I'm a gay person, it's I'm name redacted person, it's I'm this guy but I have these issues. Not being gay is not an issue of his, but accepting that is an issue of his. So like accepting that you're afraid of men, of talking with men, is an issue. So same thing as like being afraid to tell your feelings to a woman is same. Like this has been good for me because for one thing I can like more intellectually look at dealings with women.
Yeah.
When I'm talking to one professionally, instead of being like thinking that I don't know if I want to talk about these certain issues around a woman, and then I was like, well, that didn't work. So then I decided the opposite. Yeah. So that I would say you might be in good hands with a female therapist, and we're not trashing male therapists or male therapy, but
not at all. I just I went 0 for 1 with a male therapist who I wasn't really honest with, and that's my fault. But that put a bad experience in my mouth with a male therapist. So you know what? Why not roll the dice with a woman?
So would you say a male put a bad experience in your mouth? Is that what you're saying?
Bad taste. I didn't say it was a bad experience.
You said a bad experience in your mouth.
So I meant taste. It was a great experience.
Okay. It wasn't a great experience. It was a bad experience. But that's okay. It's fine. What? You say you swallowed?
What? You're talking about swallowing?
Oh, swallowing. Swallowing?
Swallowing?
Are you a swallower?
Talking about swallowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, we were talking about how you have to decide, like, some preemptive thing, some things preemptively when you go into therapy. It's like, I'm going to focus on this first. Or, like, I'm going for trauma, I'm going for pain, or I'm going for the way I organize my thoughts, the way my behaviors. And I think, like, aside from napping, your behaviors are pretty good.
They're okay.
Yeah. Are you like mini depression napping? Is that why you nap so much?
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing that.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I think the past, it's been a while since we casted, like a week and a half or so, and
yeah, it was longer than that probably.
It was probably like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Just the last couple of weeks, I've just been depressed, and in the sense of like numb, really numb to like not feeling anything. Like not a lot of emotion. My escapes are comedy. I was just watching a ton of TV and movies.
That's nice.
I mean, it's okay, but
it's more fun doing the comedy. But it is like it does helpful to laugh though.
It is. It's good, right? Because you're all you're doing is exchanging one emotion for another. Right?
Yeah.
Literally.
You're putting this misery on the shelf and borrowing someone else's misery that you can laugh at. It's nice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. It's been a weird, like, I just, my body, I don't think I can, like, afford another, like, injury, either physically or mentally, because it, like, feel like I keep making progress and then getting knocked back. And,
well, I mean, wisdom teeth isn't an injury. It's like your time finally came with something with teeth. Like, That's not an injury. And,
True.
like, that's what set you back recently, right?
Well, it was that, the second surgery on my foot, mainly.
Yeah. Well, that was, that you already knew that had to happen, but feeling it is different, you know?
Correct.
You probably were anxious about it at some point, too, so that probably added to it, like, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think...
I mean, I put my dentist appointment off for, like, a fucking month because I don't want to deal with that shit. So I understand. I understand. On a lower level, I understand.
Yes.
Fucking hygienist, man.
Dude, my dentist is hot.
Yeah, what's his name?
She.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That appeals to me even greater.
I do have a male dental surgeon, or sorry, oral surgeon. He's pretty hot. He's a little chubby, but you know.
Nice.
I'd fuck him.
So Luther Danger's getting it. Or I'd fuck him. Luther Danger might get a shot, or he's eligible possibly for the vaccine because he is apparently overweight, and he's not fucking overweight. He's not overweight. Am I just admitting that he is going to do a scam? But good thing is that yeah, one of my co-hosts is scamming the vaccine system.
Man, it's because it's a bitch, man.
They just opened it up for like loopholes because they said like body mass index or something like that.
Man, BMI, you could skew your BMI if you were really incredibly desperate to get a vaccine, and you saw something that was released or announced that said, yeah, if your BMI falls in the range of 23.5 to
40%, yeah.
And you're like, oh, all right, all I have to do is gain 10 fucking pounds.
It was like retraining for a fight, and so I was just like, hey man, how are they gonna find a place to shoot you with all that fat?
Just my fat will absorb it and I'll spread it to.
Hey, good luck with the shot, Toby. No, we want you to know again, we are body positive, but if you can milk the system and get a shot in Virginia or maybe other states are doing that as well, the BMI challenge or whatever, do it. Game the shit out of it because it's peace of mind, until you lose your vaccine card.
Yes.
Did you find yours yet?
I haven't.
Mine's gone too. Did I tell you that?
Funny. What'd you say?
Mine's gone too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You already had your second dose, man.
Yeah, I know, but you still gotta if I travel somewhere on a plane, they're probably gonna be like, "Where have you been vaccinated? Where are you traveling to? Are you been vaccinated?
Have you been? What'd you get? You get the Moderna or did you get Pfizer?
Moderna, Pfizer.
Moderna, blink once for Moderna, blink twice for Pfizer.
Yeah, so we have to get serious for another second, but we have a coworker. I mean, you don't work at the same school, anymore.
Yeah, I used to before. I quit the band.
You quit the band. You got the fifth Beatle got axed because he hurt his foot.
Yeah, so, fucking Yoko and who's Yoko at your school?
I don't know. We don't really have one. We got the Beatles rocking.
But it's after John started doing too much acid.
Yeah, we got so Miss J. She has a health issue of the big C, but I was like, what?
Did you say she's a cunt?
No. I don't think so. She likes basketball. She can't be that much of one.
She likes basketball and she likes football.
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool to talk about that stuff with. And then she's like, "Why are you doing that?"
Yeah, you get your ass the fuck down.
Like targeting one kid specifically. It's like probably why they don't really come in. Like she was the reason why multiple kids stopped coming to the program. Not even a talking to. Anyways, yeah, she's going through like radiation and stuff, like chemo, and it's like you were so miserable this last week or so that you sounded like worse than someone that's 40, nearly 35 years older than you, and going through radiation treatments. You sounded more miserable and worse off than that.
Yeah, the last week sucked, man. It's a combination of
lack of perspective.
Physical pain, anxiety, delusional thoughts, and just being a piece of shit, man. It's a great combination.
What were you thinking about? It was like deluded.
I don't know, but just getting caught up in a lot of guilt and like anger at all my life decisions that have led me to like this moment right now, and like my current situation in life, like boredom, not having enough patience, just like redundancy of like day-to-day life. Like, I don't know. It's just...
Well, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you got hurt playing a game you love like that a couple times. That's like that. I mean, that puts you on your ass a bit, but so does like we can't really play basketball in the same setting right now. I mean, you could join a league, but like I don't know. We live with family members that are older than us, because we're home run hitters. Like that. So like that precludes playing, like at least basketball, because soccer is like more spread out a little bit. At least goalie, I guess. I don't know, but I don't know. Like B's playing in a soccer league. He started playing again.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, he needs to get out there, man. I
mean, he does, man. He needs to. I know he likes playing, and I feel for Mr. B.
He's not gonna meet his goals by just going and playing Legos all the time. If you talk about wanting a family or whatever, we're just trashing everybody. If you talk about wanting like. If the right person was involved, I think I'd want a kid now. Like, what?
Would you let them play with your Legos?
Yeah, you gonna sell your Legos to afford diapers? Like, what the fuck? You have like no money.
It's all good, man. I can just sell. I'll send back the single purchase I made last week of 5,000 individual figures for $3,000. Yeah, I'll
send back my bloody Dresden bombing Lego set. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, I think that's a young man's game. If the right thing, and like, yeah, you're still broke though. Like, how does that happen? Isn't that the right thing first, to not be broke?
Yeah, to not be broke, to be stable, to have your own place.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta at least have one of them.
Yeah,
he's stable enough.
Or if, you're super smart and you use your money well, I think you're ready to have a kid if your Lego set is above a certain level.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, my Legos are valued at this. I think I'm ready to breed.
This dick ain't been hard since I got the Millennium Falcon limited edition. So...
I would just live in a Lego bed. Make your own bed. I made my own bed. Like,
yeah, it's a bunk bed, but
but I made it. I watched TLC and I fucking made it, and
I made it. The loft is actually they're Diplo blocks, but you can't tell anymore.
Diplo is a DJ.
What, Diplo?
Yeah, that's a DJ.
Okay, well, Diplo is, but there's blocks called Diplo blocks.
No, they're Duplos.
You want to bet on it?
How much?
$5.
Yes.
All right, I'm looking it up. Fuck.
I'm not. You don't have to pay me. You don't have to pay me. That's such a pathetic bet that I got you on tilt. I knew you were gonna. I knew. You know what's funny is like, I knew that you were gonna say something over $1, and like this motherfucker. Like, I don't know why people doubt me about facts. I'm right like 78% of the time about useless shit, useless stuff.
Than that, and it's fallible because you think you're right more often than you're not. So like,
I'm right 78% of the time with some schmuck like you.
No, it's
like you're always like, oh no. I'm like, I know these things. I'm older than you.
That doesn't mean shit.
I played with those blocks when they were like new.
Well, no, you played with Lincoln Logs when they fucking came out. You're 100.
I played with Lincoln's Log.
Okay, slow your roll there, John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth was actually a jilted lover.
More like John Wilkes boned.
Lincoln fucked John Wilkes Booth so hard.
He goes 7 years ago. Fuck your ass.
He came up with a Gettysburg Address while he was smoking a cigarette after he came inside John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, that's great. Oh, man.
It's like, oh, yeah. Something, the proposition, whatever. I just fucked you.
He goes, hey, John. John.
Is that how you smoke cigarettes in 1864?
Oh, shit, I thought it was weed.
No.
Let's imagine it was weed, and John gets the doobie, and he takes it, and he goes, you want to know something fucking crazy, man? I was totally gonna fucking kill you tonight.
Alternate history, John Wilkes Booth just got fucked by Abe instead of killed him.
Yeah, but why? What happened that John Wilkes Booth, walked in, and he, did he have a change of heart, or did Abe turn around and goes, oh, hi, John. I didn't know you were coming tonight.
Yeah, he's got some other, guy lined up in the Oval Office in the Lincoln bedroom. It wasn't called the bedroom then. The Lincoln bedroom was just called the bedroom.
The bedroom.
Yeah. You're in the bedroom with someone else? You're just some trick to me, John. John Wilkes.
John Wilkes. God, you're such a Booth.
Yeah. Quit being such a Booth and get out of here. But come back on Tuesday.
Come back on Tuesday. Rodrigo will be here.
Yeah, we'll mess it up. Bring one of those Confederates you're always talking about.
Yeah, they seem fun.
Yeah, they seem really fun.
They seem like they're kinky.
Yeah. Bring that ass back here. I'll march through like Sherman.
Yeah. Abe's like, I'm gonna wreck you harder than Custer wrecked the Apache or whatever.
He got wrecked by them ultimately. Custer's last stand.
That was his last stand?
No, I don't know where his last stand was, but it was some Indian tribes. One of the tribes, they got him, knocked him out.
They got him
out of the fight.
Do you think Native Americans were in a boardroom together, when we were killing Osama bin Laden, and they were watching the feed, and they're like, oh, we got him, Custer, he got him.
Oh God. Here we go.
Did you pause it?
No, I don't care.
Oh, that was me yelling.
We just got to present that you were the global race or something. The future is toothless.
I mean, to be honest, somewhere down the road, the human race is going to be we're just going to be one color. Everyone's, if you.
No, we're not.
Yeah, eventually we will be.
How far? So, okay, so those grays, the aliens, do they used to be like people looking things, and they just fucking bred their race out?
Yeah, they were actually midgets, and they crossbred with centaurs, and there's something in the RNA, DNA doesn't match up.
Yeah.
You can't have a horse dick on a body that small.
They're called tripods. Yeah, you can.
Oh, true. That's right.
Yeah.
Dang, I tried to buy one for my phone, but that must have been something else.
Did I tell you that? I had a dream that I was... No, it wasn't a dream. I was looking on one of the dating apps, and there was this woman who looked like Willow.
Really?
I was like, swipe right, yeah.
Swipe right. Oh, Cinder Rose, you look like this character from a fucking George Lucas movie that sucks, but I love it.
That movie does not suck. You take it back, Toothless.
Alright, I will take it back, just because you're my friend, and I've never seen it. But
it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. It's about a guy named Willow, and he's little, and
It's got fucking Mad Mardigan in it. It was played by Val Kilmer, and he's amazing in it.
Val Kilmer was in that?
Yeah, man.
Shit.
Val Kilmer was a star. Then Willow was the main character, but Val Kilmer was the big name draw.
Well, yeah, it couldn't be Willow a big name draw. He's a little name.
He is a little name, a little draw.
He's
but they're gonna have another Willow series about Elora Dannen.
Ooh, yeah, and I heard that they're bringing that back to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Within, I think,
a couple years or a year or so.
I think it's within a year.
I hope they get Mad Mardigan. I mean, I don't know. He's not in great health, so maybe they'll kill him off or something.
Or maybe maybe he'll do that himself. I don't know.
He's gonna what? Mad Mardigan's gonna die by suicide in the first episode of Willow in Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It'll be like it'll just have been the pilot for the reboot because he'll be dead.
Yeah, it's like.
We really want to buy this. Who can we get? Oh, why don't you just use Mini-Me, right? What was that guy's name?
He's dead too.
Yeah, Vern Troyer, awesome guy. He passed away.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. Oh, I mean, he was cool, man. He was Dr. Evil. He was Mini-Me.
Yeah, he was.
Man, I just had a great idea.
Do you know the dude, the Odd Job, that played Random Task or whatever, that was a spoof of Odd Job, was in fucking prison for murdering somebody?
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't even see it coming. You know, you get killed by like a little person, and you're just like, oh, fuck! That's a double fuck, because he killed me!
He killed me!
I don't know if he killed another little person, or if he just did that chop, and like shot him right in the fucking stomach or the chest, because that'll bleed you out pretty good, too. You don't have to shoot someone in the head, or you could shoot right him in the stomach, because they bleed quick.
I've got to look up. So it's the Odd Job from Austin Powers, right?
Yeah, find out what he's dead, I think, in prison. Died in prison.
Let's see. Random Task?
Yeah. Read about his prison sentence or why he was in jail.
Oh, let's do it. Do you think little people, do you think their genitalia is like smaller?
No, it's not. It's I think it's I mean, like I said it so confidently, like no, it's not.
You did, like you're like it's not.
No, I think it's like regular size. It's like not super proportional because it's probably like, I mean, how could they get hard and stuff and would have a little like hard nugget over there, and then there's like
a little hard nugget.
I don't know. They have all the tubes that regular sized folk have, so I imagine they have all the blood vessels, and blood vessels determine how big your boner is usually, right?
Yeah, actually.
It's not height, because otherwise you'd have a bigger boner than me.
Well, you've never. I mean, maybe you've seen my boner. Maybe.
I don't know. You have one. I mean, like look at what you're doing right now. Nothing about you screams frequent boner. Frequent and like sizable and intimidating and forceful boner. You're like, oh, I jerked off a couple times today. I was like, I remember those days. More than once jerking off.
Last week?
Me jerking off more than once in a day?
Okay, sorry. You mean, yeah?
What after work?
Oh, sorry. Are you a one pump kind of guy? You can't go twice after work?
I don't jerk off a lot after work, man. Maybe like at night or something. I'm not gonna fucking do it in the daytime. It's light out.
Do you think would it be a sex crime if we were at work on the clock and we jerked off in the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I figured.
So have you committed a sex crime at work?
No.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, don't jerk off in the bathroom at work. Get some help.
I'm kidding. That thought has never crossed my mind. But
I did it at other jobs when I was a corporate.
Yeah, at corporate, where like if Mark walks in, he's like, "Ooh, you freak!" Not if Benny walks in, he's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh God. Oh yeah, I mean, I had impulse control issues, but I feel like I never had that around that type of environment. So fortunately,
are you saying I have impulse control issues?
I don't think you work frequently enough to have need the escape right now. You've been out of commission for a while.
My own.
Yeah, I know. You had wisdom teeth out. Weren't like you and the other guy both gone the same day for dental stuff?
It was like 3 days after each other, and it was both for wisdom teeth. It was weird.
How old is that fucking guy? He get wisdom teeth after you?
Yeah, he's like 30, man.
Man, he's slow to get wise.
Yeah, he's an interesting dude.
He's got late onset wisdom teeth protrusion as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is an interesting dude.
we were talking about some weird stuff today, man. I kid around on this podcast a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's a platform to do it, and no one really knows my real identity. So I think I can get away with saying some stuff when I really shouldn't. However, I don't really think that stuff. It's different if you have that conversation with someone in person and you work with them and you tell them shit that you shouldn't tell them. Like how you think, you said it without really saying it, but you think transvestites are weird, and
you thought they were weird? I mean, it's just a guy dressing up like a woman.
Yeah, he was like, man, I can't understand. I can't wrap my head around it.
Or a woman dressing as a guy. They just they don't even have to think that they are the other gender. They could just be like, that's just one of my things. I mean, I guess you have to just be open-minded to be like, yeah, okay. I do things. I think things. I say things. So this person they might be a fucking boring accountant or something, but then they just like to dress up in fucking fishnets and walk that walk at a drag bar for drag brunch, and they might not even be attracted to their own gender, or their birth assigned physical genitalia gender. Did I say that as least offensively as possible?
I think with about as many words as possible.
Yeah, that's true. There's no shortcut to say you're born whatever you assert that you are, but those parts are the parts of someone that was born the same physical way as you downstairs, but upstairs is different. Does that make sense? That's so many words. There's no way to get around it.
No, man.
Transsexual is not a word anymore, too. It's interesting how words change because it was never sex. It's not their sexual preference or their sexual orientation. So we're not referring to sex, really. We're referring to gender. So that's why I became transgender. Did you know that?
I did, actually. And I think sex got tacked on to that word because that's what typically people think of when people think of, genitalia, and gay, and who you have a preference with. The first thing you're thinking, oh, it's sex. Oh, sex. It's all about sex. Sex, dicks, and pussies, yeah.
You could be asexual and, well, not asexual, but non-practicing, not attracted to anyone, but your heart is gay or something. Their heart is man on man or lesbian. Does that make sense? That you can have a low sex drive and be the person with the gayest feelings of all time.
Yeah, that'd be great. You'd be the GOAT, man.
You could have the inverse of Freddie Mercury's sex drive, but be as flamboyant as Freddie Mercury.
Exactly.
And just be like, I'm extremely pro-gay, and I don't want to fuck any guys. And
I just don't.
That's part of a spectrum of gayness, straightness, whatever. Sex, sexual orientation. It's crazy. And you only hear about this stuff later, and you're like, I don't know why your other coworker thinks something is, or would say something is weird, or why you think that you're a safe space, even.
Well, he realized he wasn't, because he was saying something to me, and then he looked around the room, and he really awkwardly wheeled over on a roller chair, and he was like, all right, let me get up close to you and say this. And I was like,
that's weird. Well, why is he bombarding you with that shit? He's not any better than Pauline,
I don't know,
her views.
We got to that topic pretty quick. We went from stimulus checks to
that you're not getting.
He'll get his, and actually, I might be able to get.
Why is that?
A stimulus check this time.
How come?
Because there's different, not stipulation. There's different facets of the bill. So if you're a dependent and you're an adult, you can still qualify. So
nice.
That's why I've been barred, because government don't look too kindly on 24-year-olds who still live with mom and dad.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I think they have to these days.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Those 24-year-olds, they're kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't get it because like I accept all this stuff because I think about it like, dude, I used to jerk off like in weird places, and that is weird, and just being attracted to someone that has the same genitalia as you is not weird, or even dressing up is, because it's not. No, okay, someone could walk into a bar and there's drag queens in there, and you're like, oh. That's their personal preference to not be around that, right? Yeah. But it's not. They're not being assaulted visually by something that's not really fully legal. Whereas someone could have, in past jobs I had, when I let the record show I was not working with children, where I was like, I'll just fire one off here at lunch, and it's just like, just experience some joy within this 9 to 5 paradigm here. But someone could walk in, and that's technically like you've committed something not good if they see you do it.
Yeah, like you're like you. Why? If is the payoff that good? Like, are you really? You're risking it. Is the risk worth the reward? Like,
yeah. No, I might have even stumbled on that analogous thing. I was saying like that it's anyone that's done something that's like really not cool, like that, like jerking off at a job, has no right to judge anyone for being different in any capacity, especially if it's like a biological imperative to be different than what is considered the norm, and that changes all the time.
It does.
Yeah, man, it's cool,
man.
What if we end up as like we finish off episode 2000 of some stupid fucking show that's like just super PC and just like we're just talking about we're sex positive and gender positive and body positive and something positive and so we're just super positive basically. We're just happy. I mean that's cool. Whatever gets us more advertised. You really missed out. This company was really cool.
Yeah, I'm actually. What was the name of the company again? It was something coffee.
Oh, they're not paying us right now, so I don't know.
Oh, we got pulled.
No, we didn't get pulled. The contract was for 3 episodes. So so go back to our previous 3 episodes if you want to find out. We have the company is actually listed in the show notes, show description too, so you can check that out. The episodes were called 372, 373, and 374. No, 373, 374, and 375. They were March 10th, 11th, and 12th. You can check those out. Yeah. Where can they reach us socially?
You can find us on the Book of Faces at Degenerate Nation Show.
No.
At Degenerate Nation.
Yes.
And at Degenerate Nation Podcast.
Yes.
And you can find us on Twitter at Degenerate Nation.
Nope.
At Degenerate Show.
Yes.
Fuck. And that's just, we only have one Twitter. And then you can find us on Instagram at Big Booty Thoughts R Us.
Yep.
And
Degenerate Nation Podcast on Instagram.
Podcast, that's our backup. So
if you want to help Patrice pay for therapy, or as a fill-in until we get more advertisers, because I don't know if I can bring him in on an advertising platform supporting show.
No, you could. You always could.
Yeah, we're working on his people skills, his social skills. He's been cooped up a little while, so it's been a minute. He hasn't been out to see Miss Jabeline, so I want you to go to Degenerate Nation on Patreon.com. That's patreon.com/Degenerate Nation. Spend money on us. Donate to the show. Become a patron. I fucked that up too. Become a patron, not a Patreon. A patron is what they're called. Yeah, they're called patrons, and be one of those, and we'll give you something. So, you can be. Right now, we're doing a promotion where you can name that lamb. Name that lamb. Blah. You can, we can write your name on the headstone of the dead lamb, and the other 2 lambs are live, and one's a boy and one's a girl. They need names.
Live lambs called now. hams.
Good night.